Other questions? Okay, let's get it. Mr. Zlotnick, you had some comments on this section?
Yeah, just briefly, Greg Zlotnick, San Luis Delta Mendota Water Authority. Just on the conversation here, and you actually touched on it towards the end there, Mr. Chairman, I think it's important to realize that there's multiple issues with the science plan that you're intending to promote. And probably notwithstanding the controversies over issues and understanding and priorities, an even more difficult challenge, which I know Peter and the team are dealing with, is that structural question, the framework question. How to basically change the dynamic of what's happened in the past and dealing with what is now a lot more science going on in the system that isn't just the agencies, but it's all sorts of folks, whether it's outside nonprofits, whether it's our agencies, whether it's folks, doing whatever, because you have the broad, the conference now where there's a lot going on, you have the Estuary Institute, all these things are going on. How do you tie all that together in a way that doesn't have people putting up their shields, so to speak? And so that's a real challenge that I think over the course of the iterations of this document will improve, and there's a tendency to ask for the answer and the conclusion. How are you going to give me the answer I want? And I think that sort of you need to allow the sort of organic of the process to occur and understand they're putting a process in there to help do that, whether that's where it ends up as process or not. But the structure is really important to get right going forward, because otherwise you'll just end up in the same place. Yeah. So the other comment I wanted to make was, and this is more not on the plan itself, but I was up at the Region 3, Aqua Region 3 event that Chris came up and spoke to and did a very good job. But on the issue of the science plan, it was mentioned, and this is a comment we made before, I think he said we were looking for $10 million more for science program. And I would just refer you to page 5 of the executive summary that you just approved in the lower left that talks about where's the money coming from, and this sort of gets to Randy, and apply the same language to the science program. You got to do an inventory, what's needed, what's being spent, where it's coming from, and all those issues before we make a decision that we need more money, whether it's 1, 5, 10, 20 million to do the program. So we just caution to make any conclusions without doing that inventory. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Lotnick.